Welcome to another live stream from the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. Today we are discussing why 3 jobs. 3 jobs! You gotta be kidding me, man. Yeah, exactly. That's what people are telling me on a continual, almost daily basis. Why 3 jobs? First of all, there was one dude who said, I came here to get financial freedom and you're telling me to get 3 jobs? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, that's literally going in the opposite direction of what I thought you were going to bring me to. No, I'm bringing you towards financial freedom. But you have to hear me out. If you don't understand why I have that in place, yeah, you'll give up. You'll quit. And then you'll go to your, Hustlers University or whatever it is in order for you to get money quickly. And, and good luck for you if you do not understand this concept. But after you watch this video, you will understand this concept, so make sure you like, subscribe, and rewatch it, because you should really be taking notes if you haven't been convinced yet of the 3 jobs. Now, 80-hour work week is one thing. That one's obvious. Like, you need to be able to work 80-hour work weeks if you want financial freedom. If you're not able to work 80 hours a week, you're not being a man, really. Like, you're being a girl. As a man and as a woman... Okay, well, let's keep the women out of this. But as a man, normally in the world today, you're being taught that, oh, you need to have work-life balance and you need 40 hours a week to have a job. Yeah, that's great. But what do you do with the other 40 hours? Actually, there's a lot more hours if you think about it. Let's divide it up. You got 56 hours of sleep. You have 168 hours, okay, in total in a week. So 56 hours you sleep, which means you have 112 hours left. 112 hours left. And people expect that you should only work about 37 and a half, with lunch breaks, so about 40 hours a week. It's for sissies, okay? Like, for me, if that's the only thing you have capacity for, like, you're still in the hybrid situation of being a man, but / female, okay? Because at some point, you want to progress towards masculinity. What is masculinity? The ability to do, power, leadership, okay? Being capable of doing great things. How can you do great things if you consistently can't even go to work for more than 8 hours or 7.5 hours a day, 5 days a week instead of every day? What I teach people is to do 11.5 hours every single flippin' day. Every single flippin' day. That amounts up to 80 hours approximately, right? And that's what I recommend you. So we got that one under control. What about the 3 jobs? If you're doing 80-hour work weeks in a business and you're capable of doing 80-hour work in a business, then don't get 3 jobs. This is only for people who don't have a profitable business, or that if they started a business, it would not become profitable. Like, a lot of guys believe that their business is going to become profitable, but that's completely and utterly dependent on you as the business owner. If you're not capable of actually putting in 80 hours consistently over a long period of time in your business, it won't become profitable, and it becomes a failure, and then you'll blame the business, or the niche, or whatever, or that your customers are not buying, or that the location is crap, or that this, that, and the other. You'll always be blaming other people. You cannot blame other people if you're not putting in 80 hours a week in your business. You're the reason the business is failing, no one else. And people very often move on from business model to business model to business model, believing that, oh, maybe the next thing is going to make me rich, when they don't understand that they're the ones that are sucky. It's the same thing with women. Okay, like a guy is going from woman to woman to woman to woman because she's this, she's that, she's that, when he is the common denominator and he sucks, and that's why they're a reflection of him. Just like women are a reflection of you, your business is a reflection of you. If your business sucks, you suck. And we have to figure out the basic, the most important foundation block for building a business. And guess what? Guess what it is? It's doing. Doing something to promote your business, to build the business, to serve other people, to create systems. Guess what? Doing requires work. Okay, so work is the foundational piece of any business. You can't have products or services if you don't put in the work. If you don't have other people putting in the work. This is something that people don't very often think about. When you're a business owner and you hire people, let's say you hire 3 employees. You understand that they're not going to be as excited about your business as you are excited about your business, right? Which means that you're going to be paying him money, and sometimes, if you're wise as a business owner, you'll be okay with your employees making more money than you. As a business owner, who cares? While you're struggling to become profitable and actually build it and expand it, your employees can make more money than you. Who cares? The problem is that because you're paying them more than you are taking from the business, you believe that they should be working just as hard on your business as you. No. You pay them more than you make, right, in the beginning when you're starting up. But guess what? They're going to work half of the amount that you work on your business. Almost by osmosis. Like they can literally feel, okay, they can sense your amount of work ethic. If you're not there before they come and you're not there before, after they leave, there's a problem. You're the one that should be the hardest working person out of everyone you know in your vicinity if you own a business. It's not acceptable. There's a very few percentage of people who are business owners in the world. Even more fewer people, like even less people, are profitable business owners and really successful. So you've got to understand, if you want to become that person, you have to know what they all have in common. A massive work ethic. That's what, right? So, going back to what I teach about 3 jobs, no one else teaches this, at least from what I understand. Try to search up 80-hour work week online on YouTube. My channel is too small for people to pick that up, but eventually one day it'll be big enough, and that's going to be me. 80-hour work week, because it's the harsh truth of what you need to do in order for you to create a foundational basis for your long-term success. If you literally get this inside your brain, you'll be able to make money at any point, at any given time, and you'll never ever be poor. You cannot be poor long term if you do the 80-hour work week, unless if you're extremely stubborn and not willing to learn from other people and learn from your mistakes. That's the only way you can't make a lot of money from the 80-hour work week. So, the 3 jobs. What do I suggest to guys? I suggest that they go out and apply for 20 to 100 jobs every single day, face to face. That they go in and basically go in to any shop. Like, it's best if they're all in the same vicinity, so you should go to a mall and apply for 20 to 100 jobs every single flippin' day. Within a week, you will have applied to 700 jobs. Trust me. You will have at least 10 to 15 to maybe 20 interviews. You will have options, okay? This will be the first time in history in your lifetime that you have ever had options. Why? Because of you doing the numbers game. The numbers game of getting jobs and the jobs you want, right? You don't have to take the 3 worst jobs just because I say that you need to develop a hell of some sort that you can escape from. Okay, you can create a comfortable hell, right? But if it is a hell, and it is a hell to work 3 jobs, I understand, and that's part of the purpose, then you'll want to escape it. You'll actually, literally, and this is one of the key points, I want you to get obsessed with success. If you have a 40-hour job every single week, and there's so many people in that circumstance because they need to live a life, you're never going to get obsessed about success because your life is okay. Your life is not miserable. Your life is not crappy. I want your life to be miserable and crappy short term so you can have an amazing, fantastic life long term. If you have a mediocre life, you'll be lukewarm and what? Jesus has to spit you out, right? That's how it functions. You either need to be hot or cold, and being cold is, well, I don't even know what that is, right? But basically being in a perfect situation is you suffering from the 80-hour work week that causes you to say, I won't ever want to have a job or to have an employer ever again. Once I'm out of here, I'm out of here. I'm never going to return to a job. Because it stands for just over broke. That's right, okay? But you need it temporarily. Okay, so one thing is that you get obsessed with success, and you will do that automatically if you do the 80-hour work week with 3 low-income jobs. Having said that, what's the next thing that I would suggest? What is another reason why you need to do the 80-hour work week? Is to build capacity to do 11.5-hour work days. If you only have capacity to work 5 hours a day, 8 hours a day, then we need to take that to the next level of 11.5 hours a day. We're not talking 16 hours a day or 14 hours a day. We're talking 11.5 hours a day. You literally have 32 hours the rest of the week, which is approximately 4.5 hours every single day to prepare and to have fun and to develop relationships and to spend time with your parents and to go to the beach and to do whatever you want. But 80 hours of that week needs to be serving other people. Another reason for this is because, one, you don't have money right now, most probably. If you're part of the majority of people who are in the target audience of the people that I talk to between the ages of 18, I wish 12-year-olds would watch me, but between 18 and 30 years old, if you understood how to go about, if you understood how to make money and how to make it from 3 different income sources, if one dries out, if someone gets you fired, who cares? You have another job. You have 2 other jobs. And you have know now how to get more jobs because you've done it so many times, right? And you just need to keep going. In addition to that, we need to help you to build consistency with things that are boring and mundane, right? If you are not used to doing boring and mundane tasks because you've had immediate gratification for so many years, you've been watching all that crap, right? And you've been doing stuff that's not helpful whatsoever to you because immediate gratification, that's what we all go for, right? No, at this moment in time, you need to heal your brain, and the way to heal your brain is to learn to be okay with the boring and mundane. If you are capable of doing the boring and mundane and do it consistently over a long period of time, like several weeks, several months, maybe even up to 6 months to 12 months, maybe even 18 months, and you're on SR, you will have healed completely in your brain, and that's what I want for you. Let's see, another one. Pressure to perform. Bro, if you have 3 bosses, you'll always be basically have someone over your shoulder looking if you're actually doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? If you are self-employed, there's no one watching over your shoulder and making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is the reason why most businesses fail. People say that the biggest reason why businesses fail is because of lack of cash flow. No! Lack of cash flow comes automatically if you put in the work in a viable business where you have a viable product or service. It's impossible for you not to have a profitable business if you have a viable product or service. The only reason is because the person who's trying to sell the product and service is not willing to get rejected. He's not willing to put in the work in order for him to make positive cash flow in his business. So really, the main reason why all businesses fail is because of a lack of work ethic. Which goes back to the 3 jobs. If you never ever work 3 jobs in your life, it is highly improbable that you will ever succeed in business. And even if you do succeed in business, it's because it was just a trend, and then there's going to be a recession, and you lose all of the money that you made, plus more, and you're massively in debt. Because you never learned that one lesson of work ethic. And finally, I'll say this one last thing. It increases your self-worth immediately. No one does it. Which means that when other people hears that you have 3 jobs, they get uncomfortable. They're like, holy smoking crap, man. How on earth do you do that? Do you ever sleep? How are you capable of, how much energy do you've got? Like, and you're doing it with the positive attitude? Bro, you're weird, right? But that's how they think. When you hear this stuff and you hear how not normal it is, and how much you're differentiating yourself from every other man on the market, and people say that to you and compliment you, your self-worth goes through the roof. And you begin to believe to yourself that if I'm able to do that, bro, I'm able to do anything. And that's what I want to share with you guys. That's why 3 jobs. I'll see you guys in the next one.